talk about, but I think that that would be good to end this, because these are the two most important individuals in terms of contemporary black society and the institutional church. You see, and I'd like to know more about about this myself. You see, and so when we come back, we'll do that. We'll do this. We will have, excuse me, we'll have 10 minutes to do this. I need some water myself. Yeah. Okay, very good. Thank you. Now, HMarbury93.
Yes, that's it.
Okay, well, I have to do that every time. Let's see, you're giving us some excellent, and I don't want to make any noise. Thank you and welcome back to the final segment of the show for today. We're talking to Dr. HMarbury from Vanderbilt University, and he's giving us some information in reference to African Americans and the institutional church. Doctor, let's see if we might be able to pick up during this final segment to talk about what I consider to be two very, very significant individuals that you've already mentioned, Dr. Martin Luther King and Adam Clayton Powell. And let's see what you know about those individuals and how they fit into what we're trying to do at this particular time.
Right. Well, in the chapter on the Civil Rights Movement, I take up Dr. King and Adam Clayton Powell as a pillar of cloud and fire. Dr. King as a pillar of cloud, and and Adam Clayton Powell as a pillar of fire. And when I say pillar of fire, I mean someone who kind of brandished, if you will, his brashness, a boldness, a certain radical nature. Adam Clayton Powell was very clear while he was in Congress that he called himself the baddest Negro in Congress.
Yeah, go on.
Right. and he flouted the rules. He didn't stomach segregation. He didn't take kindly to the kinds of conventions that made African Americans second class. And part it had to do with his upbringing, had to do with who he was, but it also had to do with, I think, growing up in Harlem. And he really was, I call him, a son of the Harlem Renaissance. He was the new Negro, as I understand it, that the Harlem Renaissance writers had hoped for. He started one of the first boycotts of the public transportation system in Harlem. One of the first sort of public service programs at his church at Abyssinian Baptist Church. And by the time he went to Congress, he was pastoring the largest Protestant congregation in the nation. Adam Clayton Powell is known for his he's not only known for his pastoral work, but he's known for the Powell Amendment, which was a little known sort of codicil that he would add to every bill that sent funding for public accommodations, and it was a bill that said that public funding could not be used for segregated institutions. It angered Southern segregationists throughout the country, but it also angered African Americans because some of those schools were African American schools in the South. Although they were segregated, they were starved because they also needed the public funding. But Clayton Powell didn't care. What he was concerned about was ensuring that those who wanted segregation had to pay for it. And so he starved them all to death until he was able to get the Civil Rights Bill in 1964.